Tank versus Teofimo Lopez is a fight fans have eagerly anticipated, and the wait is finally over. It's now confirmed. This matchup will feature two of boxing's biggest stars facing off, making it one of the most exciting events in recent years. Gervonta Tank Davis has built a fearsome reputation with his incredible knockout power, boasting 28 knockouts out of 30 wins. Known for his explosive performances, Tank has only been taken the distance by two men, German Miraz early in his career.
He's been catered more than I've been and pampered more than I've ever been.
And Isaac Cruz, who managed to last the full 12 rounds due to an injury Davis suffered midway through their bout. Despite this, Davis remains a dominant force in the lightweight division, and his thrilling style continues to captivate boxing fans. Teofimo Lopez, known for his brash personality and immense confidence, has proven his skills inside the ring. Lopez stunned the boxing world in 2020 when he defeated Vasyl Lomachenko to capture the lightweight titles. Recently, he moved up to super lightweight, where he continues to make waves. Although Lopez had hinted at a potential move to welterweight, the allure of a high-profile showdown with Davis has drawn him back down to lightweight for this highly anticipated fight.
Read for Tank. I think that with myself and Tank, oh, hell yeah, it's explosive. But I'm really going to outclass him. Talks about mind games and all that stuff, but this mind that I have here.
The confirmation of this bout comes after months of speculation, rumors, and negotiations between both camps. Bob Arum, the legendary promoter who has guided Lopez's career, has been outspoken about his belief that Teofimo Lopez can defeat Davis. In a recent interview with Boxing Scene, Arum confidently stated that he believes Lopez, along with Shakur Stevenson and Vasyl Lomachenko, has the ability to dethrone Davis. Tank Davis is an excellent fighter and a big attraction, Arum said. But I believe our guys can win the fight. All three would beat Davis. I really believe that. Arum's confidence in Lopez only intensifies the anticipation for this high-stakes matchup. Known for his aggressive approach and adaptability in the ring,
Told me that he doesn't really quite believe in himself. Because if a man believes in himself and his ability, he takes a fight against Vasyl Lomachenko in 2016, 2017.
Lopez has consistently shown his readiness to take on any challenger. With his focus now on Davis, the prospect of Lopez facing Tank Davis has generated significant excitement among boxing fans. Tank Davis, on the other hand, has always embraced challenges. He excels at proving his critics wrong and making a statement with his fists. As the fight draws nearer, Davis is expected to maintain a sharp focus, fully aware that Lopez is one of his most formidable opponents to date. The showdown promises to be electrifying, as Davis's knockout power clashes with Lopez's speed and technical prowess.
Realistically, they're the same fighter. The makeup is a little different, the size is a little different, but their boxing style, the way that they fight, is the exact same,
making it a must-watch event. Shakur Stevenson, also considered one of the top contenders in the lightweight division, has plans to face Davis in the future. Currently signed with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom, Stevenson is set to fight Joe Cordina on October 12th, with a potential bout against William Zepeda possibly on the horizon. Although Stevenson isn't directly involved in the Davis-Lopez matchup, the outcome of their fight could significantly impact his path. The possibility of a round robin involving Stevenson, Davis, and Lopez adds even more excitement to the division. Meanwhile, Vasyl Lomachenko, who was previously in discussions for a fight with Davis earlier this year, is currently on a hiatus from boxing. Lomachenko's absence creates an opportunity for Davis, Lopez.
How do you feel you guys matched up back then? How would you feel about a fight in the future?
Back then, I think I even sparred somebody else before that. I was just working with him.
And Stevenson to dominate the lightweight division. If Davis defeats Lopez, it could pave the way for a future showdown with Stevenson or a rematch with Lomachenko. Before setting his sights on Davis, Teofimo Lopez had been eager to face Isaac Cruz. Known for his bold moves and willingness to take on significant challenges, Lopez was confident that a bout with the fiery Mexican Isaac Pitbull Cruz would affirm his dominance. However, after his efforts to secure the fight were unsuccessful, Lopez refocused on an even bigger target, Tank Davis. In an interview on the Danza Project, Lopez shed light on his efforts to make the Cruz fight happen. I tried to fight Isaac Cruz and I spoke to his manager, Lopez explained. They said, whoa, we just got the belt, champ. We need to go and get the Davis rematch. Lopez wasn't shy about expressing his disappointment, but in typical Teofimo fashion, he didn't mince words.
Devin Haney
and Gervonta Davis or Wahid now, excuse me, to Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. When it came to all those things, I think that they still have to make their reruns first before they put them against me.
So you're going to see that very soon, he added, implying that a Cruz-Davis rematch was on the horizon. Lopez didn't hold back his frustration about the missed opportunity. I'm saying it how it is. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, he said, illustrating his no-nonsense attitude. The setback stung. But Lopez isn't the type to dwell on missed chances. Instead, he's recalibrating his strategy, and this time, his eyes are squarely set on Davis. If Cruz won't fight me, then I'll get to Tank first, Lopez confidently declared, signaling his intent to pursue a massive showdown with the lightweight sensation. The history between Davis and Cruz adds a compelling layer to the story. The two first fought in December 2021, with Davis edging out a unanimous decision victory over the tough Mexican. The fight was competitive, with Cruz applying constant pressure and Davis showcasing his boxing IQ and counterpunching ability. Many fans have eagerly awaited a rematch, especially now that Cruz has gained momentum and captured the WBA super lightweight title.
There's Gervonta Davis. He's a new champion at 130. Would you want to fight him next if it came up?
I don't know. For me, he is not interesting.
After defeating Romero in March, Cruz's promoter, Manny Pacquiao, along with his manager, Sha Gibbons, have expressed a keen interest in staging the Davis rematch in December. December is perfect, Gibbons told Boxing Scene. We're not chasing Tank now that we have the belt, but everywhere we go, everyone wants to know when we're fighting Davis. Cruz and his team are well aware of the demand for a second bout and are positioning themselves to make it happen sooner rather than later. Gibbons reiterated that Cruz is ready to fight Davis again and that it's only a matter of time before the fans get what they want. He'll fight, then Pitbull will fight, and we'll be ready. Lopez's ambition to fight Cruz, and now Davis, speaks volumes about his confidence and willingness to test himself against the best. The frustration of being snubbed by Cruz may have stung, but it also fueled Lopez's determination to prove that he belongs at the top of the sport. I can get to Tank first, Lopez said.
He ain't gonna fight me. I tried to fight Isaac Cruz. They said no. Sabrina Matias complained about his hand, but now he's fighting in June.
Echoing his belief that he has the skills and drive to beat Davis to the punch, both figuratively and literally. The Cruz rematch would be a highly anticipated event, but Lopez isn't content to wait for the outcome of that fight. Instead, he's determined to put himself in position to fight Davis as soon as possible. For Lopez, the path to Tank involves more than just call-outs and negotiations. It includes taking on the best opponents available and continuing to build his legacy. For now, Lopez is set to face Steve Claggett in his next bout. While Claggett might not have the star power of Cruz or Davis, he presents a stern test for Lopez. After this fight, the expectation is that Lopez will be in a position to face Tank. It's no surprise that Tank will likely be fighting Lopez soon. It's something that Lopez Sr. has always wanted. Lopez Sr. has never been shy about hyping up his son, and now, more than ever, he wants to see Teofimo face Davis in what would undoubtedly be one of the most anticipated fights of the year. For years, Lopez Sr. has been eyeing Davis as a future opponent for Teofimo, convinced that his son has what it takes to challenge the undefeated knockout artist. Tank is a monster, Lopez Sr. admitted to BoxingScene.com. I respect Tank. He has a powerful left hand, but he needs to go to the top dogs. We're right there. We're waiting for him. Lopez Sr.'s desire for this fight isn't new. He's been vocal for a long time about wanting his son to face Davis. He believes that the styles and personalities of the two fighters would create an explosive encounter. The brash father-son duo has always been willing to challenge the biggest names in boxing.
My son already faced Tank when he was only 15 years old, and Tank was about 30 pounds bigger than him, and when we sparred him.
And after Teo's shocking victory over Vasyl Lomachenko in 2020, their confidence soared to new heights. Teofimo Lopez became the unified lightweight champion after beating Lomachenko, a fight that many thought he couldn't win. That night solidified Teofimo's status as one of the top fighters in the sport, and his father has been eager to see him continue proving his worth against the best in the world. However, the path to a fight with Davis hasn't been straightforward. Gervonta Davis has been busy dealing with rivals of his own, including high-profile showdowns against Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin earlier. Just like the fight with Teo, Davis and Garcia had been engaged in a war of words for years, with Garcia often taunting Davis on social media and in interviews. Many even believed the fight would never happen. But on April 22, 2023, the two finally faced off at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Davis, as he often does,
He outworked him boxing. You know, the way to beat Tank, you gotta box him. You gotta box him. You gotta be, Tank is scared of the boxers. He's scared of the guys that know how to box. Those are the guys he's scared of.
Fought a patient and strategic fight against Garcia. With Davis now having dispatched Garcia and Martin, his future remains uncertain. Lopez Sr. is convinced that Davis will be back in the ring soon and believes it's only a matter of time before he and Teofimo Lopez meet in what would be a blockbuster bout. Teofimo Lopez has been on a journey of reinvention since moving up to super lightweight in 2022 after his shocking loss to George Kambosos Jr., which cost him his lightweight titles. Teofimo has been rebuilding his career and confidence. Now, it's interesting that this has been arranged because after fighting Tank,
have talked about you and Ryan for a long, long time.
I think more me and Tank will be than Ryan. I like facing the guys that beat the guy rather than the guy that lost to the guy.
Teofimo says he will be ready to fight Crawford next. Fresh off his bout with Davis, Lopez isn't backing down from the idea of facing one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings. After Crawford's performance against Mandow, Lopez seems unfazed and has taken aim at the current super welterweight sensation. In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Lopez was candid about his thoughts on Crawford's recent performance. He admitted that he was surprised by what he perceived as Crawford's decline. "I was surprised to see Crawford decline so quickly," Lopez stated. "I thought he had a couple more years before age caught up to him." This statement stirred some discussion in the boxing community. Crawford, the two-time undisputed champion, has long been regarded as one of the most technically sound and versatile fighters of his generation. However, Lopez believes that age might be catching up to the 36-year-old, and he's not shy about throwing his name into the mix for a potential showdown. Lopez's desire to fight Crawford stems from his belief that it's a matchup the sport of boxing desperately needs. Lopez called out Crawford, saying that a fight between them would be reminiscent of some of the greatest matchups in boxing history. "Why not, man? He's done it two-time undisputed. I've done it two-time undisputed," Lopez said.
But Crawford coming out right now. Crawford, that's what you want.
No, anybody but a dead body.
This would be a reincarnation of the great Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. Come on, somebody hype it up for us. We need it. Boxing needs it. The best fighting the best. Lopez clearly respects Crawford's achievements, but he is confident that a fight between them would capture the attention of the boxing world. Comparing their potential bout to the legendary clashes of the past, Lopez is selling the fight as a battle between two undisputed champions, both of whom have proven themselves at the top of their respective divisions. He's hoping that the allure of two fighters who have reached the pinnacle of the sport will generate enough interest to make the fight happen.
Crawford, absolutely. What kind of question is that? See, y'all don't understand, man. I aim for greatness. And what is that? Fighting the best. Crawford says he's the best. I know I'm the best.
But Lopez didn't stop there. He went on to make bold claims about his own skills, stating that in his eyes, he's better than Crawford in nearly every aspect of the sport. "From what I noticed today, I am better at everything," Lopez said confidently. "Every single thing that I do, from the catch and shoot, the speed, the velocity of punches, the amount of combinations, and head movement, to the changes in footwork, defense, and power. Everything." For Lopez, his recent experiences in the ring have only bolstered his confidence. Having faced and defeated some of the best fighters in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions,
Had that situation with Ryan Garcia. There's nobody else, really. And then everybody keeps bringing up Tank. With Gervonta, they got him on that. He ain't gonna fight me. Niggas too pussy. So I'd just rather go after the guy that's too much of an ego, and that's Terrence Crawford.
including Vasyl Lomachenko, Lopez believes that his skills have evolved to a point where he can compete with and even surpass Crawford. Lopez's comments have set the stage for what could be a fascinating matchup. Crawford, currently fighting in the super welterweight division, has shown little interest in moving back down in weight. His focus remains on unifying the belts in the super welterweight division, where he's been making waves since his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. Crawford has already cemented his legacy as a two-time undisputed champion.
Telling y'all, man, positivity kills it all.
And a fight against Lopez, while intriguing, may not be at the top of his list. However, Lopez isn't one to shy away from challenges, even if it means moving up in weight. He's already expressed his willingness to step into the super welterweight division to make the fight happen. "I'll move up," Lopez said. "If that's what it takes to fight the best, I'll do it. We're both undisputed champions, and that's the fight the fans deserve. Now that we have Riyadh season in the mix, why can't we make a Crawford and Teofimo fight happen? We're in the house now. Make it happen." Lopez confidently stated that more money in boxing creates more opportunities, adding, "More money doesn't cause more problems. More money causes more boxing. His bold declarations aren't without merit. He believes he's ready to move up in weight and take on the best at 154 lbs.
Lord knows I could beat Tank. He's just setting up his boy. I think Tank was happy you think Floyd was happy that Tank left?
Can that fight happen for the
You
right
think
now?
that Floyd was there at Ryan Garcia and Tank fight?
Including Crawford. Absolutely, and I will. Just send me the date. I am walking at 155 lbs right now. I can fight Crawford right now. Despite his eagerness to fight Crawford, Lopez remains realistic. His focus is on Gervonta Davis first, and he intends to make that fight happen before moving up to 154 lbs. However, Lopez isn't just fixated on Davis. He's open to taking on other top fighters at 147 lbs, including the highly regarded IBF welterweight champion Bouts Ennis. Lopez revealed that he and Ennis have known each other since their amateur days and that he would be open to fighting him if the opportunity presented itself. To be honest, whatever plans they have, I have nothing but respect for Bouts, Lopez said. We've known each other a long time. We won the National Golden Gloves together in 2015 when we were both 17 years old. If people want to see it, then we'll do it. Lopez's competitive nature is evident, and he's determined to stay active in the ring. He passed on a September fight date, not because he was dodging any opponents, but because he wanted to fight in Southern California. I didn't duck or dodge Brian Norman at all, Lopez said, addressing rumors of him avoiding certain matchups. I just want to try a different avenue. With all due respect, I want to fight in Los Angeles. I've never fought in LA, and I want to. I'll still fight Brian Norman this year. Lopez is at a stage in his career where he's more focused on making smart decisions.
You saw T.O. weigh in. What you think about it? Man, fuck T.O.
And taking control of his future. He has already fought in iconic venues like Madison Square Garden and Las Vegas, but now he's looking to expand his presence and make a mark in new territories. All I am doing is just dictating and taking care of my career. We put our lives in there, and I am at that point now where I have earned it, Lopez explained. Despite his desire for a Crawford fight, Lopez's immediate focus remains on facing Davis. He is determined to become a 3-division world champion by the time he's 27, and that journey starts with taking on Tank.